Hey guys, Gackard1997 again, this time with a review of the 144th scale Zeta Plus C1 from the Gundam Sentinel series. And for starters, I've got to say this is a very old model from 1988, which also means that this is like when they started to go from glue together kits to snap fit kits, because most of this guy is snapped together, but a few parts, such as his hands, the joint here, the wings on the back, the connector part for the arm, a few parts like that still have to be glued on, and I really mean you have to glue them on or they won't stay on. Oh yeah, tail binder as well. So you will have to use some glue, but let's face it, if you're building plastic models, it seems pretty odd to me that you don't have any plastic glue or super glue. So for colors, you of course have gray, blue, and then you've got black for the poly caps. So you will have to do some painting on your own, because you don't actually get any stickers for colors that don't match. You don't even get eye stickers. So you will have to paint those on yourself. But then again, you don't have to do a lot of painting either, so yeah, still okay. Now, the stickers you do get, you got a sheet full of white stickers, which of course don't like to show up on camera. Then you've got some marking ones, 2, 3, all kinds of random numbers. And you've also got a few marking ones like you get with monster grades. So sticker-wise, this is pretty much like an early monster grade. It's very, very nice. Then one sticker you've got to apply is this one. And now, when you look at it both sides, you might think, whoa, Kakarot, you majorly screwed up on that one. But believe me or not, but the manual actually wants you to apply it like that. Whoop. Come on, stay up. Let's see what I put in the box. As you can see, they, or maybe not, but they want the top bubble of the P to hit the panel line. Guess what? Mine does. And when you look closely here, they want the bottom of the RN to hit the panel line. Guess what? Once again, mine does. It's even a little bit below it, so technically it should even be higher to make it look even more stupid. So yeah. Also, if you look closely, this here on the box says RNPD. My figure says RNPC. I guess maybe that's what these stickers are for, to make it match the box. But yeah, still pretty funny, because this is one sticker. It doesn't make a lot of sense that they would put B on the box and C on the figure itself, and then you would have to like start cutting things to make it match the box. Quite weird decision there. But on to the articulation, which is very good for a kid of his age. Head goes up quite a lot, goes down, and oh yeah, the head is on a peg, not on a ball joint, so no wiggling, but it will turn around all the way if you're careful enough. Then the arms, move this flap up and then go out about that far, but outward they're a bit floppy, and they both have it. But yeah, you could also use a super glue trick for that. And they will of course turn around. Whoops. That wasn't in there all that securely, but yeah, I'll fix that later on. It didn't snap, fortunately, so it will turn around all the way, and this is a lot tighter than the outward movement. Outward, nothing. Upward, very tight. Then the arm and the elbow has only one joint, but you get a nice movement of 90 degrees. And then the hand goes up all the way like that. Once again, just like the neck, it's on a peg, not on a ball joint. And will of course turn around. And no waist movement at all because of the transformation. Then you've got these little guns here that move up and down. Then at the back, you've got the thrusters that go up and down a little bit on pegs. Then of course a tail fin that moves out. And more movement that will be shown on the transformation. Then you've got his wings that they're on a little joint here, so they will go forwards and backwards in mobile suit mode. And then you've got the fuel tanks, which can rotate around all the way for no apparent reason. Then the legs can go out that far, forwards like that, and then for the backwards movement, as you can see, the back skirts here are on little hinges, so you can put it to one side, and if you're careful, you can move it all the way like that. And for 1988, that's astounding. This kit really puts all of the wing, all of the G Gundam, and all of the Gundam X models to shame. And it gets even better, because he has a double knee joint for a complete bend. Like I said, shame on you, G Gundam, Gundam Wing, and Gundam X. And the feet go down all the way like this for the transformation. And then also a little bit side to side, but a lot more inwards than outwards, because of the way the feet are designed, of course. So articulation is awesome on this guy. It's a little bit floppy, especially the legs, but still, overall articulation is just astounding for a kid of his age. Now accessories, you only get the one, but it's huge. And like I said, the arm, when you move him forwards, is very secure, and he can even hold it. There's like a little thingy here, as you can see, it will slot in there. So you put it in, slide it forward, and it locks into place. And you can even hold it like this. Try doing that with a 1/100 scale Gundam Wing kit. And then when you pop this panel open, I love this little piece of engineering because the handle pops out as well because of this little thing hits it. And then you simply put it in the hand. Oh, and the other flap just fell out. I've got to say, this is actually the first time they fell out. And I'm already trying to transform it and all. And as you can see, here he is complete in mobile suit mode. And it's great. You only get one accessory, but that's really all you need. Oh yeah, you don't get any beam sabers, which is a little bit unfortunate because the S Gundam from the same line does get beam sabers. He even gets clear beam sabers. So a little bit of a shame, but then again, it's still a 1988 model. I mean, it's not because the S Gundam was absolutely mind-blowingly amazing with his beam sabers. That doesn't mean that this guy is bad because he isn't as amazing as that. So yeah, overall, this is amazing. And now let's get to the most shocking, amazing thing of the entire kit. It transforms. Take that high-grade Universal Century Zeta Gundam, and all you've got to do to begin transforming him is remove the head. Yeah, then of course disconnect this, but we'll need that one later on. And then remove his belly. That's all you've got to do, and now it's all pure transformation. Let's see here. I'm gonna try to do it without the manual. Let's see how that turns out. So, straighten this out. Pull up the skirts. Fold this in. There we go. if you have a muscle grade, you will immediately see that this is very similar to the way the muscle grades transform. As you can see, you've got a little hinge thingy there. And now, technically, you see that there's a little bubble here. This should somehow connect to this, but it doesn't, because they don't really align properly. A little bit of a shame, but yeah, it's still solid enough. Then do the same the other side. I still find it amazing that this guy does what the high-grade universal century, which is like 15 years older, 15 years younger, couldn't do. If that doesn't show you how amazing this guy is, I don't know what does. And fold this back down. And that's all right. It's almost done. Also, as far as transformations goes, this is actually one of the more easy and fun transformations to do. Especially for the Zeta Gundam. I mean, I have the muscle grades, I've tried the transformation once, but never again. Ugh. It's funny, they never dropped off when I tried to do it off camera, but now that they're on camera, they're dropping off the entire time. Guess he's nervous. And fold this in. And just gotta line it a little bit. Pops in there. And there we go. Transformation complete. That was really easy to do, really fast to do, and the effect is great. Gotta say, it looks great transformed and it looks great in mecha. That was one of the things I was a bit afraid of because, hey, it's 1988 and the engineering at that time wasn't all that superior, but Bandai really outdid themselves with this little guy. Once again, shame on you, high-grade Universal Century. Like I said, all you have to do is remove these little parts and you will completely transform. Zeta Gundam, on the other hand, requires you to swap like half of his parts, and then you've got to rip everything up and put it back and worry about breaking stuff. This was actually a fun transformation to pull off, and this is something you can do a lot because it's fun to do. This is one of the few transformations that are fun to do. Oh, and shockingly enough, he actually connects to an action mace without any problems, which makes him even more awesome. And we gotta say, this looks pretty damn amazing from something from 1988. It's also really long. This looks pretty impressive for a 144th scale. Oh yeah, one final thing about the transformation is that his legs here, when in mobile suit mode, they do slot into the body, so they aren't wiggly and they're very securely in there. So, as always, the inevitable question is, do you want to buy this? And it's yes and no, and it all depends on the price you're paying for this guy. If you can find him for the original retail price of 1,000 yen, then definitely go for it. But, as I've said a number of times, this is a guy from 1988, so finding him might be a little bit difficult, which means that the price might also go up a lot. And don't forget, there's also a master grade out. So when the price gets too high, definitely consider going for the master grade, which is of course better. So yeah, but other than that, the only real downsides are that his legs are a little bit floppy, and also it doesn't come with any beam sabers. But other than that, well, and of course that you do have to paint him a little bit. But other than that, this is an amazing kit, even by today's standards, because articulation is pretty much like a modern day kit. So yeah, and don't forget, he can transform, and he does a good job at it. Still, that's probably the most mind-blowing thing about his entire mobile suit, well, about his entire kit. So, some comparison shots with the Zeta, and next to the Malsagrade. As you can see, he is the bulk of this guy is intended, so overall the molding is very accurate, and the reason he looks so different from the Zeta Gundam is because he should look different from the Zeta Gundam. And finally, comparison shot with the Delta Plus. Because I was amazed when in the anime they claimed that they couldn't fit the Delta Plus in any squadrons. And that's why they gave it to the Nail Argama. Yeah, call me crazy, but how badass would it be if you had a badass Delta Plus with 2 Zeta Pluses C1s as his wingman? That would be an awesome squad. Why didn't they think of that when they made Unicorn? And then this guy could have even seen a newer release. But yeah, unfortunately they didn't. So yeah, that's all for this review. And see you at the next one.